What's something from the early days of the internet which younger generations may not know about? The need to set a good away message on AIM, since it may be up for over a day before you can get back on. Yahoo used to have what was intended as a top-down directory of the entire internet, created by hand. It was incredibly useful at the time. Many brands having child-friendly sites that had flash games and no monetization beyond it being an ad. Played Nabisco mini golf a lot. The excitement of upgrading from a 28K modem to a 56K modem in Gmail being by invitation only when it was first launched. Waiting for an hour for an image to download, line by line. ICQ, AIM, and MSN. Hi, ASL? 35 meters MN. You downloading a song from LimeWire and then going to listen to it and then you hear I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Flash and shockwave content, especially the games. I used to keep a magazine beside the computer so I could read something while waiting for a web page to load.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
What song are you currently obsessed with? Can't Stop RHCP. It's been about 10 years of just daily listening to it. Season of the Witch by Donovan. I don't know much of the artist's stuff at all, but something about the song relaxes me in a way. The Day I Tried to Live. Soundgarden. War Pigs. Black Sabbath. I've just discovered heavy metal in my 50s. So good. On Melancholy Hill. Gorillaz. Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode. 1979 by the Smashing Pumpkins. Me and Michael MGMT. Father Figure. George Michaels. The Chain. Fleetwood Mac. Before That Shall Go A. Tinnitus by My Brain. Edit. Thanks peeps. 3. Daydreaming. Radiohead. A Forest. The Cure. Band of Horses. The Funeral. I recently got my hands on a reverb and chorus pedal and it sounds fucking majestic. Nova Came for the Soul by Eels. I just discovered them, but what once was by Hers is so good. My Type. Saint Motel. Can't Take My Eyes Off You by Frankie Valli. Dancing in the Moonlight, Something About It. Crack Rock. Frank Ocean.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
What's a funny memory you have that if you told someone, they'd think you're lying? I got stung by a platypus. Before my husband and I were married, but had been dating for a long while, I was watching Portlandia and bam, there's my husband on screen. Dumbfounded, I called him and he casually said, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." An eagle came for my face as a child. I was about 8. I ducked and it ended up grabbing my hair and taking some with it. I ran inside crying and told my mom. She didn't believe me, so I never told anyone else. I'm 22. I got high with Bob Dylan in the 90s. I was walking around after the show and saw his tour bus and he was outside of it. He was a really good guy and it was an honor. He wouldn't smoke mine but he offered some and we shared his. Me being black does not mean I am good at basketball, I said before lazily throwing the ball backwards over my head for a three-pointer. My sister being bullied by a parrot calling her names.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
What is the most important lesson learned from COVID-19? Healthcare needs a overhaul. When the shit really hits the fan, we're fucked. That it wouldn't take much for civilized people to turn on each other. Most grown adults are nasty and have to be reminded to wash their hands. You should take the time to spend with those you love. How comfortable I seriously am with just myself. Bold of you to assume we've learned anything. Edit. Cheers for my first gold. People are shittier than I expected. Alcohol doesn't improve my life, it just feels good for a moment. 9 months sober. People don't suck as much as I thought. It's far worse. Marketing is everything. If they has marketed face masks as the best way to protect yourself instead of protecting others, we would have actually been out of this in 2 weeks like initially promised. People are selfish and horrible to each other. Apparently, toilet paper is more valuable than anything. I like people not being near me. If your plan relies on everyone working together, it is doomed to fail.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
What do you think of the FBI raid on Trump? The funniest shit to happen on Twitter in a long time. MTG calling to defund the FBI is 10/10 golden content. I try not to put much mental energy into these matters until it's all done. Save me some possible headache. I want to know what they were looking for. People don't get raided for no reason. As a Canadian, I read the headline and thought that's interesting, and then moved on. To be honest, I am pretty happy that we are receiving less Trump news. I believe my mom will still think he's being framed by the deep state for trying to protect all those pizza children. They even broke into his safe. It's embarrassing how much evidence is required to convict a rich person of a crime. It's great. They've done some raids before, but none as big or as great as this one. Makes all the other raids look small. It will be the greatest raid in this great country's history. If done by law and with solid corroborating evidence, no one is above the law.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
Non-Texans, what are your thoughts when you hear Texas? Literally just the shape of the state itself is seen from a map or something. In my native Norwegian the term complete Texas means chaos or out of control. 1. My blog Texas shaped things because I am fascinated with this too. My BF who is from Texas. He says he hates it, but he has a full-size Texas flag mounted under plexiglass hanging over his bed. Cadillacs with giant horns on the front driven by old men in white suits with big white cowboy hats and superbly trimmed mustaches. All my exes live in Texas. Sandy Cheeks singing that stupid song that's been stuck in my head since I was 6. Edit what have I done? Folks down there are Texans first and Americans second. That boy ain't right, I tell ya what. All hat and no cattle. I'm from UK, I think trucks, tornadoes, guns, car dependency, freedom and American flags. Nothing but steers and queers. Full Metal Jacket.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
What isn't a cult but feels like a cult? Some dog owners groups on Facebook are very culty-like. Got banned from one group for not crate training my pup. I like her sleeping in my bed as it helps with my anxiety. Mommy groups. And even specific groups. Like a cult within a cult. Joined a cloth diapering group. I was excommunicated for using Pampers at night. Breastfeeding? If you aren't nursing till 4? Bye. My condo association. No, I will not host the ritual at my place again this month, Dave. Adults who are obsessed with child actors. Webkins was a cult back in the day. Stan culture. The weird obsession over celebs is alarming. Amway. The essential oils cure everything people. Pit percussion. doTERRA. Orange Theory Fitness. Splat points, red zones, the whole shebang. Fish Edit 46 shows myself. I live in Orlando and Disney people are crazy. Herbalife Edit who if you want to lose some weight without diet or sports.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.